And Happy New Year to anyone who's watching. Today is January 1st, 2025. This is the second installment of Divorce Chronicles. I am still leaning towards a divorce, although my husband is not, but he continues to show me why I should. I know there was a time and a place where I believed we would make it for all of eternity, and for that belief is gone. It's completely gone, and I don't blame all of it on him at all. I don't absolve myself from faults. I do believe there's a lot of selfishness on both of our parts, and there's a lack of accountability. And I think that the inability to change, compromise, or bend for the both of us is the reason why I want this divorce. I am not in the business of wanting a divorce, but I believe before anything else in my life, I deserve to be happy. And whatever has to be done to make that possible is where my mind is. I'm driving home now. I was supposed to go straight home after work, but I didn't want to go home because before I got home today, someone informed me that he changed the information yet again on a second account. So what started this Divorce Chronicles is that he removed me from a line of credit and didn't bother to tell me, not realizing it affects my credit and everything else. And he just said it's because he feels like I'm setting up shop to leave. Well, if you felt like that, sir, you should have just left. What I don't like is you're sitting and smiling in my face and pretending like you want to reconcile, and in the same breath you are plotting a departure. Yet you say it's to protect yourself. If you don't trust me, why are you trying to reconcile our marriage? I wouldn't want to be married to somebody I don't trust. So it's contradictory and it's obnoxious to have him try to explain it away. And the behavior itself, I feel like is out of character for him. But at this point in my life, I should know better. I should know not to let anything slide. Don't be surprised by anyone's actions, because people are going to protect themselves at all costs. And you would have me go somewhere and try to purchase on a line of credit that I've been on for the last 3 or 4 years and not tell me I'm not on it, and then pretend like you don't know why when I initially call, only to call me back and tell me, oh, this is why you can't use it, because the card's been shut down. And so there's been a lot of hardship in my head and in my mind, trying to understand if I can forgive him, if I can get past all the things he's done, and feeling like the only time he wants to change is when he thinks I'm gone. And I feel like the only time I want him to stay is when I don't want to deal with the work that goes with getting a divorce. I don't want to do the paperwork, splitting up the names and the finances. It's a lot of work, and that's the only reason why at this point that I'm like, can we try to make this work? But there's so many needs not being met of my own that I can't continue in such a manner, because it's a lie. I'm living a lie. I'm living a lie to think that we can remain as we are and I'll be happy. I'll be miserable and I'll melt away. And I'll melt away into a sorrow that I probably will not be able to get out of. And I feel like I have a lot of life to live. I still feel like I have a lot to give to this world. I still feel like I have purpose. I still feel like I have value. And I believe that about him as well. I just don't think it's together. And so today's straw pulled was finding out a second account login information had been changed without him telling me. Mind you, this account is used to pay our monthly rent, but he didn't bother to tell me he had changed the info. But in the same 24 hours, you're sitting in my face trying to snuggle up to me. It's so deceptive on so many levels that I can't feel bad for you, and all of the mistrust that you have for me, keep it and go. Because I'm not in the headspace to try to explain to you after you moved in such a manner. Like, at this point, I don't even care if he stays or goes. And I don't want it to be like that. I wanted us to split amicably, but that's a fantasy. So, pardon me, stay tuned. You know, I got that call later, earlier today before I went to lunch about, an account not having access. And once again, him saying it was one of the moves he made prior to us, talking about reconciling. And I call cap. I call, you're full of shit, sir. Excuse my language. I just cannot trust someone who moves like that. And he is adamant that I'm playing on his insecurities with the stuff that I post on social media. And my own financial insecurities, and you thought that you taking me off accounts, plural, was a good idea. Comment down below if you got divorced and you thought you guys would separate amicably, because I still have a little hope, that we will separate amicably, that this won't come down to blows, that we won't come down to putting each other's stuff out on the, on the lawn and not talking to each other and needing a lawyer. I would like to pull the paperwork, sign it, notarize it, send it into the court. Be done with it. We don't have any assets to split. We don't own any property together. We've only been together 3 years, but it's 3 years too long. Okay? So, I don't know. I guess I'm looking for some insight from, recently divorced individuals, how you deal with it, how you decide on your behavior, your demeanor towards your soon-to-be ex, because I was wanting to be cordial about it until I found out he started taking me off of accounts. And then that I'm the person, the primary, 99% of the time, I pay the bills, whether it's auto pay or I physically go into an app and pay them. So why would you start removing my name and not tell me? I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. And so I decided to go to the rink and skate for a little while just to cool off. And I think I'm better. I'm still thinking I'm going to have to take a shower, completely bypass him in the living room, as I have done so many weeks out of 2024. And it's 2025, and I want my peace for the first day of the year. I will check in with you guys again soon. Keep me in your prayers. And most of all, offer sound advice on how to deal with a divorce. Talk with you guys soon.